Things are getting spicy in North America. Week 2 of the North American DPC has come and gone, and there were some insane games, crazy comebacks, and surprising upsets. If you missed any of the action, we've got you covered. Here's a rewind on Week 2 of the North American Winter Tour. Starting as always in the upper bracket, the first game of the week was between Team Undying and Simply 2Based. Undying showed once again their incredible teamwork and precision in this series, taking a 2-0 win over 2Based. In Game 1, Royoya on his Quap had an impressive showing, catching Bryle on the mid-SF several times with his rotations. But Dubu on the Disruptor shut him down with several clutch static storms, allowing Undying to take Roshan. The main deciding difference in the game ended up being between the two safe laners, where Tomato on the Luna ended up going 6-2 and 10, while Ollie on the safe lane Razor never felt like he had any impact. He was simply food for Saberlight on the Tusk to pick off. Game 2 was much the similar story. Those 2Based had a lead at the 20-minute mark, thanks mostly to Royoya's Outworld Destroyer that could never put any pressure on Tomato, who simply farmed once again on his Luna until his BKB at 21 minutes, after which he simply slaughtered the entirety of 2Based, ending the game with 13-0 and 6. The second game of the week in the upper division was Black and Yellow versus Evil Geniuses, and it's our highlight game of the week. Game 1 started off well for Evil Geniuses, mostly thanks to Abed's Batrider, who roamed around the map making space and getting pickoffs. However, the problem with having one really farmed playmaker is if the enemy can pick him off, then you're in trouble, which is exactly what happened. Black and Yellow took a really well-coordinated team fight that started with a Fiend script on the Bat. Here's T-Governor and Moxie with the call.
Supposed to kill him. And if they're not killing him, there's a curse.
Yeah, they go for the Fiend script, but look at this. The follow-up immediately. A good terrorize, though. We'll push them away. Go for the Sharpshooter. Shaggy will be able to finish off Abed. That's a 7 times wicked kill streak done. But now they'll go back in. There's the RP here from Zero. It's a lot of damage. They'll take out crit. And now they're going to chase after Nightfall. That Splinter Blast slows them down just a little bit. The Brambles not going to be able to quite connect over onto Nightfall, but they'll assimilate, and they'll be able to take out the DK.
The fight allowed Black and Yellow to win Roche and start amassing a lead. Though, unfortunately, Rises on the PA did dive a Tier 2 tower bot, which evened the game out again. At the 35-minute mark, the two teams postured around Roshan once more.
Back here.
How do they contest this though? They don't have the RP up. It's difficult, right? Shaggy though gonna immediately step forward. Baton BKB though coming out from Nightfall. They get the terrorize. They've got the Bedlam. They're doing a lot of damage. They'll be able to take crit down. And now Jubei with that Fiend's grip. Gonna get Nightmare. He's gonna fall next. Shaggy looking for this opening. Do not will fall. Nightfall sitting so very low. Winter's Curse coming out from Jerax. Does manage to hold him in place a little bit longer. Maybe allow his team to kind of back off as Arteezy will go for the Sunder play. They still know Zero's over in this pit. They've got a lot. The RP just solo, but it's a pretty good RP when you consider that you can take out Abed and you can ensure that you're going to get Roshan now on the side of Black and Yellow.
Black and Yellow had Aegis and Arax, but Arteezy was still huge on his Terrorblade, and so EG postured bottom for Arax of their own, allowing Zero on the offlane Magnus to set up for an excellent RP skewer play.
Needs to be prepared for this engagement.
Nightfall, okay, Lincoln's gets popped, there it is, that they'll follow up. The BKB doesn't mean anything when you've got a Batrider Lasso, Shaggy. Oh, but the play coming out from Zero with the RP, skewering them both back into the face. BKB's having to get popped now over onto Abed. They want this kill over to Zero. They'll get the kill over on crit though, as Jerax ticks down. Just too much damage. Nightfall, look at this damage. The Terrorize coming out as well. So now buying back, they need to get rid of Arteezy, they need to get him out of the space. They've got the Curse credit, goes to the Thunder Place, doing a lot of damage to Rises, but he's just not going to be able to do enough, and he falls to the PA.
Now down 10k at the 43-minute mark, Arteezy bought a Rapier, and EG smoked, hoping to surprise Black and Yellow.
They go into these
Moxie.
fights.
I'm sorry, we got a Arteezy Rapier.
Arteezy Rapier,
Here we go.
Let's go.
This could be the moment.
Oh, that was very close.
The line has been drawn. The smoke has been set.
They're hoping they're not going to see this coming as they'll drop a ward, creeping their way over. Still smoked up. Nightfall leading the charge.
No vision either.
Nightfall creeping closer. They'll see Dunao. Dunao will be the one to break the smoke. So they'll jump over onto the Dark Willow, get a nice quick pick off. And the rest of the team, okay, there it is. A jump forward here from Abed. He does have that BKB. He's got the last. They've got enough damage to take down Jubei. They don't have to worry about it now. As the jump over onto the back line, Rises, he's got a double damage. He does a lot of, but they just hold him in place, using a beautiful Winter's Curse from Jerax just to waste a little bit more time. And they'll jump back in again. They get the kill on Nightfall. There's just so much damage coming out. Jubei will buy back, so will Nightfall. But there's so much coming out. Crit trying to buy just a bit more time. Rises, he's going to try to man fight Arteezy here. But Rises, he gets the kill on Arteezy. And Abed next to fall. Crit, he's trying to run. It's an ultra kill.
Even after that rough loss, though, EG didn't look too phased in Game 2, where the Doom Snapfire offlane amassed 5 kills by the 4-minute mark for Nightfall.
Here it is, ready?
There it is, tricky hop,
tricky little float.
And just whack away over on Rises. It's a good slow here for a moment, but Rise is still ticking down to this damage. Needs one more hit, one more tick, and they'll find Rises in the tree line. Crit trying to get this courier too, but not gonna go for the dive.
Yeah, that one right click with that move slow. It's like the Medusa lost like 70 move speed. You're basically just.
She's already so slow.
You're standing still at that point, and you apply that with Scorched Earth. You either have to TP out or just right click and stand strong.
Oh, Jubei. This is the same thing. It just keeps happening.
The extremely farmed Dune and Abed popping off on his puck, EG picked up Aegis and a significant advantage. However, Black and Yellow weren't out yet. They were able to get a pick off to take Luna's first life, but Dream Oil plus Mortimer's Kisses proved to be a little too much for them to handle.
Frozen into place despite those BKBs, as the rest of the team is now coming into play. It's like Arteezy, he wanted the final hit onto now. It's still gonna get the kill, but that's gonna be the Aegis that does indeed get popped. So the rest of the team, they're not really close enough. There it is, the Ravage. They should be able to lock down Luna. Can she get out of there fast enough to go for the Dream Coil? The Snapfire Kisses, though, doing so much damage. Will take down Jubei first. And it looks like Luna, she's just not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe as they already take down Shaggy. But now they have Rises. Do they have anything to cancel out this TP? They do not.
Abed played extremely well throughout the entire game, putting on a really fun show. Like here, where he dove Black and Yellow's space.
The cheeky play goes into the base.
Silence.
Gonna wait patiently. There's the Waning Rift like we talked about. The follow-up coming in from Crit. Gets himself a double kill. And they'll find themselves a 0 if they can get over there. In fact, Crit giving them the whip says, get over there, Nightfall. Get yourself one. Get your high five and kill off the Tidehunter.
So, with the series tied 1-1, the team's prepared for Game 3. Abed was back on his comfort pick Storm Spirit, while Arteezy got his turn on the carry SF, opposed by a Gyro IO duel on the other side of the map. The game started off strong for Black and Yellow, with a triple bash on Arteezy.
Calculated.
Nice Nightmare here from Dunal. They'll trade it over, though. Arteezy will take a little damage to allow Jerax to stay alive.
Oh, great
nice
bash.
Little bash there.
Oh, great bash again.
Oh my god! They kill Arteezy with some nice bashes coming from 0.
But while the offlane was going well for Black and Yellow, Abed was dominating the mid lane against Shaggy's Ember Spirit, and with his rotations around the map secured an early lead for Evil Geniuses. However, Rises on the Gyrocopter with the backup of the IO just kept farming, and became significantly the most farmed hero on the map. They set up an awkward fight around the Roche Pit for EG around the 20-minute mark, though Jerax did make sure it wasn't a complete disaster.
45 seconds to check it out, but yeah, unfortunately Bane. But again, that is a product of the vision right now. If you look at the minimap there, EG has 2 beautiful wards, which just saw Bane very clearly.
About going back in again. Zip forward from Abed. Oh, he's gonna get too much damage though. They'll find the kill. 0, finding an opening, and now they're gonna try to get some dual damage over to Jerax. Not quite enough damage though, as they use the BKB over on Nightfall. They need to close the gap over on Shaggy. He just keeps zipping around back and forth. They had used the Doom already over on Ryzen, but he has an IO. IO's gonna be able to keep him alive. As everybody else leaves, this is a disaster for EG. Oh, 0 though. Maybe they get themselves a consolation prize. Yeah, they'll get the kill, Spirit Breaker. Do they get back in time though? Can they get any sort of cheeky play, anything?
Oh, Black and Yellow still there.
So it's a snatch.
Oh.
It's a snatch.
Oh no.
Still, despite that fight, Evil Geniuses still had a significant gold lead and was pushing the tier 2 tower at the 27-minute mark, unaware that Rises had a bottled double damage rune.
Try to bait just a little bit. The jump forward here from Nightfall. Pops that BKB immediately. Gets some of those Snapfire Kisses out. They're going to try to take down Dunal. They already took down Jerax. They took down Nightfall. This Gyrocopter is still getting a triple kill. He's going even more.
That fight completely swung the game in the other direction.
We just talked about, T. You have to take down this
Gyro and the tremendous heals coming out from the IO. Though they did try again at the 29-minute mark.
Stand an A-click.
I mean, he's standing and
Until
clicking
now.
right now
Yeah,
against
until
Rises, but again, Jupe, he's just keeping him alive. He's got that Mechans. Look at this damage. Arteezy sitting so low. He's going to try to go for the Record of Souls. It doesn't matter. He gets taken down as Shaggy, finding this opening on the back lines, gets the kill on Ovid. They've got their eyes on Nightfall, and they're going to be able to just...
And with that, Black and Yellow were able to wrap up the game, pulling off a tremendous upset against Evil Geniuses and securing their first win of the DPC, putting both teams at a 1-1 record. Huge credit to the supports from Black and Yellow, as well as Rises, who was simply unstoppable in the 2 games they won, and making Evil Geniuses look vulnerable here in the Winter Tour. Next, we have Wildcard Gaming versus Archos. After a brutal 0-2 loss in their last series against Undying, Wildcard Gaming turn around and give Archos the exact same treatment. In Game 1, the mid-storm and off-lane Timbersaw made tremendous space for the carry Sven to farm the entire map, never giving Archos even a chance to play the game properly. Game 2 went much the same, only this time it was entirely the Divide Llama show on his Legion commander. He ended the game with 14 kills, 2 deaths, and 8 assists, and 160 duel damage at 24 minutes. Once again, Archos never had any sort of gold lead after the 5-minute mark. It looks like Archos is still trying to find that winning formula, or just the right demonic ritual to get them a win in the upper division. Black and Yellow had another series this week. That's right, fresh off of their upset over Evil Geniuses, the team faced off against the 2-0 Undying. A lot of people were interested if Black and Yellow could continue their momentum and defeat another top team, but it was simply not to be. In Game 1, Undying steamrolled all of their lanes, allowing their Ricky and Morphling to carry the game super hard, simply blink striking and wave forming in and out of Mars arenas. For Game 2, Black and Yellow decided to try a mid Bristleback against Templar Assassin, while Undying put an Ember Spirit on the carry position versus Black and Yellow's Phantom Assassin. And though TA did struggle in lane against the tanky Bristleback, they simply moved and farmed more efficiently around the map, and Tomato proved that he's not just a good carry when he has Luna. He went 13-1-6 on the Ember Spirit, helping his team to close out another win, another 30 minutes. And with that, Undying secures a 3-0 record so far in the Winter Tour, keeping themselves at the top of the standings. The final series in the upper division this week was between Quincy Crew and Archos Gaming. In the draft for Game 1, Archos looked like they had a plan until they forgot to ban the Morphling, forcing their Gyrocopter to play support, so that the Morph couldn't steal a Flak Cannon. But instead, Morphling decided to just turn into the mid-Spirit Breaker and charge through the team fights with Bulldoze. Archos simply didn't have enough lockdown or ways to deal with him, and Quincy Crew easily closed out the game. In Game 2, Archos decided to try the carry Dawnbreaker again, and it went a little bit better. But Ponlo Silencer completely shut them down, canceling Dawnbreaker ults and Fiend's grips left and right. In the end, Archos again falls 0-2, while Quincy secure their second win in the DPC, putting them just behind Team Undying as the 2 undefeated teams left in the region. The first game of the week in the lower division was between Team Dogchamp and Team Electronic Boys. The first series out of 2 this week for both teams. They were both looking to start off on a strong footing. And E-Boys got their wish, starting off with the really strong lanes, but Dogchamp was able to accumulate a 10k advantage by the 40-minute mark, when Electronic Boys, led by the carry AM, was able to break the game open. Here's Seek and Strike and Ava with the call.
That's fair. Like how they're gonna jump Yaren. They don't. Do they have dust? They do. They've dusted him. He's being ran down. Didn't get the Lotus off in time. BKB active. Speed will get the kill. Stonebark in a little bit of trouble there as Speed will refresh. He's looking for the second link. This Bloody Nine forced to use the ultimate. They actually almost nuked him through. A nice blink back is going to prevent Stonebank from going down. Is on the back lines. Lukey in a lot of trouble. Gets off another God's Rebuke with the blink. Will secure his fate. Now in trouble is going to be Stonebank. Great terrorize on the Remnant Bomb. Will follow suit. Well, none of these heroes have buyback. They're all dead for like a minute. And Bloody Nine will follow suit. He does have buyback.
Now with the game swung back in the other direction, Electronic Boys looked to shut out Dogchamp by taking a team fight in the Radiant Triangle. But even though he was countered by the Razor, Stonebank on the Troll was not going to let Electronic Boys walk over them.
And it's in the Baron, dying alone. Fade.
They broke Link.
Just go into a Bramble there? Oh, they caught him with a Fiend's Grip.
Lukey needs to get in there.
Oh no. They have Abyssal Blade. He's out of mana. Fade. Oh, just enough for the last jump. Lukey did save him here. The Terrorize hit him, however. Lukey's getting away. Stonebank. He can't fight this alone. He needs some help.
He's been linked.
He's running out of damage though. But he's gonna kill the AM before he runs out of damage. Stonebank did it. He killed the AM. Murdoch is down. That means that the team fight should be fine. Oklahoma is out as well. Speed alone cannot carry this game.
For Game 2, Electronic Boys again started off with a couple of 1 lanes. And this time they did not lose the advantage, with the Templar Assassin and Mars rotating around the map and killing 4 Dogchamp heroes over and over again. E-Boys never let go of the gold lead and were able to close out Game 2. But Game 3 was the Fade show. Standing in for Ray Lalisa for Team Dogchamp, Fade went 11, 0, and 8 on the mid Lina, allowing Dogchamp to completely control the game and end it at 28 minutes. Next we have the Cut versus 5-Man Midas, and it seems like the Cut definitely have a favorite strategy. Pick Scourge McDuck Bristleback with a couple other early game pushing heroes and put pressure on the enemy to defend towers early on in the game. In Game 1 they used the Bristleback with the Death Prophet from mid and ran over a Drow lineup from 5-Man Midas. Drow simply never got the chance to deal enough damage to get through the tanky cores. In Game 2, 5-Man Midas decided to try the Medusa to answer the tanky Bristleback again, but Scourge McDuck simply didn't care. D&M on his Mars also shone with some really clutch arenas and excellent spear combos. And though the Bristle did die once diving tier 3 towers while his team was stuck outside the Dire base, 5-Man Midas couldn't secure any advantage on the map, and the game ended at 40 minutes, meaning the Cut are off to a strong start again in the lower division with a 2-0 record after the first 2 weeks. The third game in the lower division this week was a showdown between 2 of the qualifying teams, KBU.US and 5-Rat 4-Staff. In Game 1, KBU picked a Position 3 Treant, while 5-Rat 4-Staff had a support Gyrocopter. And it turned out roughly how you'd expect, with MMR Tourist on the offlane getting a double kill at 6.5 minutes. That allowed KBU to slow down the carry Wraith King, while their own Luna got pretty much free farm. In the end, 5-Rat 4-Staff couldn't stop the Luna along with the backup of the Oracle. Game 2 was entirely the Nico show, however, on his Ember Spirit. At 9.5 minutes, he managed to pick up a triple kill against 4 enemy heroes in the Dire Triangle. Here's Snare and Wingblade with the call.
Overrated, man. As we're gonna see, Dana. Dana's gonna die. I mean, see, Dana has boots and Dana died. Doesn't help you at all as Nico. Wanting to get more here, sticking around with the double Flame God. Is there a remnant out? Not just yet. Slide through the Suino Pain Sonic Wave. Nico still being able to get the chase. Magic Stick up in a couple of seconds. Gets it off with the 7 charges. Gets a triple kill off of this.
Nico's movements allowed 5-Rat to pick up a pretty significant advantage, but KBU did manage to win a team fight on their high ground, allowing them to push out of their base and try and pick up Aegis. But once again, Nico said no.
And without any ultimates online for 5-Rat 4-Star, it deemed a bit timid to come into this. Nico will have 2 Remnant charges in a second. They're not rushing fast enough here, Wingblade. KBU a little bit scared here. Medusa tossed into the air with the turret. Nico lays out a Remnant. Will he jump in? Not just yet. He goes in now. Will they find the Thunder? Sonic Wave. He snatches the Aegis as they get a duel out onto the Terror Blade. Dead without buyback for another 70 seconds.
In the decisive Game 3, things went pretty similarly to Game 2. Nico beat Annihilate on the mid lane with his Quap versus Alina, and Italiano Gangster was once more on what seems to be a pretty comfortable pick for him, the Medusa. He completely outfarmed the enemy carry and allowed 5-Rat 4-Staff to take the series, picking up their first win in the DPC. Let's take a look at the series between Felt and E-Boys, the third game of the tour for both teams. This was an important one, and you could tell that neither team wanted to go down. In Game 1, Felt took over the game very quickly with their Morph and TA, while their Ancient Apparition kept the E-Boys' IO completely impactless. They stayed group pushing towers as 5, so that Speed couldn't get any pickoffs with his offlane as Spirit Breaker. Game 2 was a crazy back and forth game. Seemed every time one team got an advantage, the other would win a team fight and kill 3 or 4 heroes. In the end, however, Felt couldn't deal with the split push from Speed's Nature's Prophet, which allowed Murdoch on the SF to get enough farm to out-carry Comfort's Kunkka. Comfort would get a crit or 2, and then be out of damage while Murdoch simply right-clicked the entirety of Felt, sending them back to the fountain. That seemed to light a fire under E-Boys, who came out swinging on the next game with a carry Sven for Murdoch and Oklahoma on a mid Pangolier. Oklahoma won his lane for the first time this series, and that gave Murdoch enough space with the Sven to farm the entire map and completely shut Felt out of the game. E-Boys never lost a gold lead, finally securing them their first series win in the DPC this tour. They've had some rough series, with disconnects and stand-ins, losing their first 2 series in 3 games as well. So pulling out this important series will hopefully give them the confidence they need to perform better in the second half of the winter tour. While for Felt, this disappointing loss puts them at 1-2, needing to pick up some wins against some tough opponents in the next couple of weeks. The final series in the lower division was Team Dogchamp versus 5-Man Midas, and it's our highlight game of the week. In Game 1, Dogchamp picked a carry sniper for Stonebank and ended up winning all 3 lanes, punishing a lot of rotations from 5-Man Midas, though Lies was able to amass a fair amount of farm on the gyrocopter. Still, Dogchamp looked like they were going to take the first Aegis with no contest, but RRL on the mid-Ember Spirit had other plans. Here's T-Panda and Kips with the call.
Midas will grab it, but they're still taking a bit too time. Manifest Gate isn't taking too long though. RRL to the pit, he's taking the Aegis on the Ember Spirit, and they've lost Luki. They're gonna lose Stonebank too. Disaster strikes.
That play kept 5-man in the game, though Dogchamp was still able to pick up the second Aegis. Trying to catch them off guard, 5-man Midas smoke into them in the top lane.
5-man Midas.
Not here.
Ember going for the aggressive jump, looking for that jump, the catch onto the Stonebank sniper, and he's caught with Luki. He will save himself with that spear, not quite connecting onto RRL. The arena's down to Mika, will be popping still bloody line. We do get the roar onto the sniper at least. Stonebank in control for a little bit longer. RRL with another jump, getting some damage in, and we'll get the Aegis down at least. No more control. Bloody Nine trying to get some distance for himself, but his ulti's already run out. Little Boy trying to get out as well, but Luki with some things on top of with the bunk, and now Sniper is going to really unleash hell. Look at this gyrocopter, the size of this guy, and he's not getting to kill the Sniper at all, and Stonebank just dishing away right clicks. Which one's going to survive this one? The Quap is constantly harassing, and Rayla Lisa with the ultra kill, and Stonebank
That fight allowed Dogchamp to secure a Rax, but 5-man Midas was able to sneak the third Roshan. Immediately afterwards, though, Gyrocopter was caught in the mid lane.
Well, there's another gift going right back, although Lies is on his own in mid.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's got a cheese at least. BKB, his projectiles are being blocked by the arena. Luki pushes away the Ember Spirit and Stonebank. Look at his positioning. He's shooting from the back. Gyrocopter in the front. Arnold, he's got his aim that's popped as well. BKB pop on Little Boy. And now Stonebank holding his ground with the Roar coming again. But Rayleigh is there for the rescue. Beastmaster jumping very low on HP. Will lose the Queen of Payment. Sniper still in action. He's still got 1700 HP to go with. And RL can't really do much. Rage trying to get close to the Sniper. The stuns. The stuns there. The Rock's going to connect as well. And they will take down Stonebank. And also take down Yara. The buyback does come out from Stonebank, and Luki's down. 5-man Midas, style it out. Protect Stonebank again. Right now it feels like they need to protect the front line. Luki is spotted. Bloody Nine, they found him too. Luki, he's got Bolo and Skywrath is instantly the leader. BKB popping the Mars, and Ogre in trouble. Ray, Stonebank is also getting jumped on by RRL, and here come the rest of the crew. Little Boy and Lies, they need to get there soon because Ember, he's already popped his A on this, and now he's going to be vulnerable for a second. Ray Lisa gets a beautiful Sonic Wave on 2, pushes them away, and they're buying time and space for Stonebank. He's being chased up RRL with another jump of the Remnants. He's got a 2-man chain too, and it hits beautifully on Yarin and onto the Abaddon too. The Bloody Nine is gone, and this Ember just keeps on being nimble, moving around, and there's the Roar. It does finally connect onto the Sniper, and Stonebank is dead, and that's a dieback, and that's it. GG's caught by Yarin.
That's carry sniper for y'all. You stay ahead, feels great. He gets jumped, feels terrible. After the disappointing loss, though, Dogchamp was able to keep a grip on it in Game 2. Dogchamp were able to keep the PA out of the game. 5-man Midas just couldn't seem to find what they were looking for, including the pesky Snapfire from Bloody Nine. With a 6k lead and an Aegis, Dogchamp decided to push high ground at 25 minutes, only to run into Little Boy's Timbersaw.
Timbersaw looking for the quick TP in, right next to everybody. Uses Lotus Orb soon. Actually get targeted by a single spell there, so he's holding his ground pretty well. Pushback misses, Cookie. Push Stonebank to safety, and still it keeps on going, but is he gone too far? Did he bite too much that he can take? Cambridge off back to safety, forces that he can be up with the Queen of Pain. Queen still trying to keep up that pressure. Sonic Web is ready, and that's going to be Bolo gone. No global silence for 35 seconds, and the stun into the Ogre. Bloody Nine dropping low, but the dual save, and Lies is in trouble.
No, he's not.
At that. Luki, Elsie is down. You've given 20 damage to the Phantom Assassin. Stonebank on the chase to the PA. The PA gets hit by Stonebank. He's going to try and teleport away.
That defense meant that second Roche was now the main objective, and so both teams smoked up at the 33-minute mark, and we got to see just how lucky Lies' Phantom Assassin is.
Finally pop raised, the one to tank them. Looky jumps in, but the voice spirit's not there. Polo's not there as well. Wyatt's got get the stun on this LC. Ogre, he's down to 400 HP, and they get the first kill. It goes for DogChamp. Oh boy, onto the high ground. Look at Granny just gets two-shotted by Lies. Looky needs some backup. He's got none. The Sonic Wave does connect with the voice spirit. He's down to 150 HP, and he gets the silence into, and Lies is cleaning through. They might get the kill on RRL. Layla Lisa coming in with a buyback. Yaren is the next one to fall. And only 2 remaining. Then Stonebank. He's trying to disengage. He's left Rayla Lisa, the Queen of Pain, all alone. And that's a die back on the clock.
With that, 5-Man Midas secured a Rax and an 11k gold lead, but DogChamp wasn't going to let go that easily. At 37 minutes, they catch the Phantom Assassin.
They know exactly where Lies, and Lies doesn't know anything. Pops a BKB. No, she doesn't get it off at all. And an important victory. Global Silence also being forced out, and now DogChamp looking for more. RRL goes for the jump in as well. PA coming with the 5, going to try and blow up Stonebank very low on HP, gets the ulti off just in time. Little Boy getting control of the full HP back onto the Monkey King. They're going to take down a second one, and now on the run, trying to get out. Lies just bought back for this. Do they still go for it? 5 versus 3.
Absolutely.
This fight, they're going to start the BKB coming out of the ground. It's going to get blown up. Triple kill the Stonebank. They're going to lose 29, and then the buyback coming in from the Snapfire. And can Lukey make his way out? He's being chased, but the creep wave is there. Lies is going to be chasing this Legion Commander. RRL coming in as well. The Boundless Strike does connect onto the Void Spirit. Another jump of Lies, and now they're going to turn around for a second. At least the Cookie. Monkey King's been pushed into the front line. The Void Spirit's there too. RRL's going to be controlled. Yule's into the air with the Lotus of Pam and the Assassin's mostly caught inside the tree. Lies. The Jewel is there. They're going to take the Void Spirit. They're going to kill everybody. What is happening here? DogChamp.
The second dramatic comeback in this series, setting up for Game 3, where 5-Man Midas decided to draft a very heavy teamfight lineup with Faceless Void, Death Prophet, and Outworld Destroyer. The problem with a lineup like that is you have to land all your ultimates.
And no, 5-Man Midas, if they spot this Storm Spirit, they've caught the glimpse. At least they have the silence, but they can't connect to him. The Chrono dodge! Rayla Lisa's out of there. And Yaren being chased up with the Static Storm. They might kill the Ace of Void instead. Lies is gonna get killed.
Still, 5-Man Midas were able to turn their ultimates into a set of racks in the mid lane. The DogChamp did manage to get an Aegis, led to a team fight at the 27-minute mark.
To the bottom lane, and that's going to be a Faceless Void caught. He's going to go for the Chrono. Can he kill this Storm Spirit? It's getting closer. Coming. It's getting closer. It's going to be enough, and Stonebank gets the patch on the Void. Bloody Nine is also here. He's got the Glimpse, he's got the Static Storm, but they've got the lift on the PA too. But PA getting the chance to reinitiate on Lies. Lies is just going to need to go up for more seconds, but he doesn't get the chance for it. The BKB pumping Stonebank as well, allowing PA to go for a full-on engagement. Little Boy trying to get away, gets a prison save. RRL is there, and they've blown up the Aegis, but that's round number 1. He's still got another one to go for. Rayla Lisa can come back with the Storm Spirit. They've got the sucky going on with the Death Prophet. Meanwhile, the Rubik's getting bleed damage here from the PA. Stonebank is still keeping on going, and Little Boy is going to be going down with the OD. Very low on HP. Still silenced up, and the Origin is going to be enough, and he's going to get the prison save for a moment at least. While Tango's trying to move away, RRL is still there. Rayla Lisa able to get the kill with that buyback. Can they get the CP2? The Exorcism still ticking, doing a lot of damage, and that BKB is not going to get used at all because DogChamp has just team wiped.
5-Man Midas wasn't going to be counted out yet though, and they struck back.
Into 5-Man Midas, and Stonebank is the one in front of the BKB pop right away, but the Chrono Sphere is going to be there for the Faceless Void, and PA is going to melt inside it. There's nothing to save him. They've lost the damage deal with the Static Storm and Mix Assassin. It's a disaster for DogChamp, and with this Storm Spirit too, there's nothing left. Lukey's dead. Just as you thought, they might have gone away.
With the game once again on even footing, the team's prepared to fight for the second Roshan.
I think that it's just a disruptor. Lukey's going to go in. Stolen the Rolling Thunder. No, he stolen the roll up instead. Lies is down, they lost the Faceless Void. It's a fight for DogChamp now. DP, half of her HP has been critted away. Ray doesn't get the stun because Little Boy froze in the Astro imprisonment, and PA is still alive. And Stonebank is hacking away. Rayla Lisa is there too with the DP now trying to get this kill on the Phantom Assassin. 7 HP.
She's out.
70 HP is what was needed, and it's not gonna be enough. Stonebank lives through it. Bloody Nine, he's got this RRL Disruptor. This Death Prophet is right there. Lukey coming in from the side. Rayla Lisa, even the goddamn AI is intervening with this fight. The Dark Troll says, screw it, I'm going back home because this DP is already dead.
With that second Aegis and a 6k lead, DogChamp were able to finally close out the series, though 5-Man Midas did hold on for a little bit at high ground. That gives DogChamp 2 very important wins this week, and 5-Man Midas 2 very disappointing losses. Luckily, they have a bye week in week 3, so hopefully they can pull themselves back together for the last leg of the tour. And that's the rewind on week 2 of the Winter Tour of the North American Dota Pro Circuit. An exciting week with some fantastic upsets, really shaking things up, especially in the upper division. Evil Geniuses now find themselves with 2 very important series next week against 2-based and Wildcard Gaming. While they're still expected to do well, they now have to pick up these wins in order to stay in contention for spots for the first major. While in the lower division, the Cut also have 2 important series this week against E-Boys and KBU to really cement their spot and their chance to get promoted in the next tour. So be sure to come back next week for a rewind on week 3. Until then, good luck, have fun.